ఎన్నికలకు వెళ్ళాం. ఎన్నికల్లో ఏమైందో తెలీదు.
నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు అనే నేను.
What explains the stellar victory of Chandrababu Naidu? An unprecedented political tsunami swept away Jagan Mohan Reddy-led YSR Congress, catapulting Chandrababu Naidu-led TDP-JSP-BJP alliance to power in Andhra Pradesh. Political pundits and the common man alike are perplexed over what led to the stellar performance by TDP-led combined that too even after Jagan regime implemented a record number of welfare schemes. Not surprisingly, in his response to the verdict, Jagan Mohan Reddy has expressed his skepticism over the electoral mandate while acknowledging that he has no evidence to back his suspicion. About 40% vote share brought Congress to power in neighboring Telangana, while despite getting a similar vote share, YSR Congress got decimated. This statistical paradox is the result of a political context through which the vote percentages has to be analyzed. Unlike in Telangana, Andhra Pradesh saw an unprecedented polarization between the two warring camps. As a result, a significant vote share too could not prevent the inundation of YSR Congress. The electoral alliance between TDP and Jana Sena was the real game changer. It energized TDP cadres, it infused confidence in Jagan's critics. This resulted in the shift in the swing vote as the formidable alliance arithmetic punctured the aura of invincibility built around Jagan Mohan Reddy owing to his historic win in 2019 and limitless welfarism let loose by his regime despite financial woes. The coming together of TDP-Janasena was not mere a political coalition. It heralded an unnatural social coalition, unheard of in several decades, between the two dominant castes, Kamas and Kapu. This caste arithmetic dramatically changed the political landscape in the coastal region of the state that shaped the socio-political idiom. The political arithmetic is accompanied by strong political chemistry built through a sustained narrative building. The Jana Sena chief and the actor-turned-politician Pawan Kalyan was the chief architect of this new political realignment that proved caustic for YSR Congress. Pawan Kalyan was the first to call for an effort to prevent the split in anti-Jagan vote. This created a strong political narrative giving legitimacy to TDP-Janasena pact, though the two parties were earlier at loggerheads. This also justified TDP returning to NDA fold despite personal and political animosity between the two parties and the leaders. In fact, Pawan Kalyan was instrumental in bringing BJP-TDP together. The Saffron Brigade was initially unwilling to embrace the TDP. Pawan Kalyan announced his decision to ally with TDP even as he remained in NDA. The timing of this announcement also matters. Pawan Kalyan made this announcement right in front of Rajamundry Central Jail where Chandrababu Naidu was imprisoned. This boosted the morale of TDP rank and file who were disillusioned after the arrest of party supremo. Thus Pawan Kalyan earned place in the hearts of TDP supporters, facilitating a near-perfect vote transfer. Pawan Kalyan could also successfully convince cadres and voters of both TDP and Jana Sena that it was a win-win partnership. TDP by then did not muster enough confidence that it alone can defeat Jagan Mohan Reddy, who then looked rather invincible. Jana Sena supporters and voters also got convinced that an alliance with TDP was essential to ensure a strong presence of the party in the assembly. Thus, Pawan Kalyan deserves to be the man of the match as his strategy brought in the winning electoral arithmetic and political chemistry. The TDP-Janasena were clever enough to rope in the BJP, though the latter has negligible vote share in the state. Alliance with BJP helped in two ways. Several officers including the Director General of Police were replaced by the Election Commission on the eve of the elections. Support of the ruling dispensation at the center was indispensable for electoral funding and the poll management. At the time, the TDP and Jana Sena had to brave the strong-arm tactics of Jagan regime. Jagan Mohan Reddy was solely hoping on his direct benefit transfer schemes. The unbridled welfarism is unsustainable economics. But Jagan's abysmal performance at the hustings proved the point that it could even be politically unsustainable. The limitless welfarism of Jagan government turned the state finances precarious. The mounting debt was a political weapon for Jagan's rivals. The huge fiscal burden of these welfare schemes fiscally incapacitated Jagan government, resulting in undermining of development expenditure. Thus, a widespread discontent was especially palpable among upper caste, upper class, urban and young voters, which seems to have percolated to the rural areas which Jagan considered as his impregnable stronghold. Still, YSR Congress was hoping for a comeback riding on the support of women voters. But This lopsided political strategy seems to has boomeranged due to joblessness and lack of improvement in economic opportunities resulted in the alienation of vast sections of the electorate. Meanwhile, a change in the political sociology of welfarism has also contributed to Jagan's failure to retain power. Earlier voters used to express a sense of gratitude towards the ruling politicians for granting them welfare schemes. But, today voters are demonstrating a sense of entitlement rather than giving credit to the government that gave them the doles. Besides, a sense of inevitability was discernible among the voters that whichever party be in power, welfare schemes are here to stay. On the top of it, while Jagan promised only incremental addition to his already existing schemes, Chandrababu Naidu promised a rather revised and enlarged version of welfare agenda, calling it Super 6. In a frantic bid to win the elections, Chandrababu moved away from his brand of politics and embraced an ambitious welfare agenda. Besides, the TDP could successfully instill an unprecedented fear among the landowners that Jagan, if re-elected, will take away their lands, citing the Land Titling Act enacting by the YSR Congress government. In fact, this law was suggested by Niti Aayog and supported by TDP in the state legislature. But, the YSR Congress failed to put up a credible defense. The fear aversion impacts more than the lure for potential gains. The direct benefit transfer schemes caused an eminent disconnect between grassroots political organization of the ruling party and the electorate, though such an approach prevented the leakage. The inaccessibility of the chief minister to the party leaders has further aggravated the situation. Thus, Jagan through his own deeds has significantly weakened the party apparatus. The flawed and failed idea of three capitals abandoning Amravati, the arrest and the ill treatment meted out to Chandrababu Naidu, the suppression of dissent, the alleged corruption of YSR Congress leaders, the strong anti-incumbency faced by the party legislators and the revolt of Sharmila, his one sister, have all added fuel to the fire. Thus, the edifice of social engineering which Jagan Mohan Reddy assiduously built for his political consolidation crumbled like a pack of cards.